What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, here to bring to you my takeaway and analysis video for the game that just went final versus Ohio State. Before I get started, please leave a like on the video. Definitely helps my channel out, helps to get out to all the people out there in the world. And leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the game. Are you surprised about the results? Is it exactly the way you thought it was going to go? Let me know how you feel about how the game went in the comment section below. And also, if you enjoy my content, definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you are subscribed, remember to turn on notifications. So, I don't even know where to start with this game. I mean, I am definitely pleasantly surprised with the result. If you had watched my predictions video, I will admit that I did predict that I thought that we weren't going to be able to win the game. However, I did, before I gave my final prediction, I guess my breakdown of the path that Michigan had to win, it was pretty much, they did it to a T. The defense played out of their minds. The game planning for how they came about getting this victory was just spot on. Not giving up the big plays, keeping everything in front of them, having a very good pass rush. I mean, not sacks, but getting enough pressure, getting a couple of turnovers by Will Howard. We're set up their first touchdown and just playing pretty sound. The offense, wasn't the greatest. Davis Warren, he made some plays with his arm and he did make some boneheaded throws and, turn the ball over. But even when he did, our defense was able to overcome that, stop them in the red zone. Let's face it, the touchdown that they scored, that should have been offensive pass interference. I mean, you shouldn't be able to push off a guy to the point where the guy falls down so you get a wide open touchdown. But it is what it is. Going into halftime, if you had told me that we'd be tied at 10-10, I would take that anytime. The defense played out of their minds. Wink has been under pressure and under scrutiny for the whole entire year, and early on it was deservingly so, just because of just how disorganized they looked, how out of position players were, the yards given up even against teams that shouldn't be doing that, our second half breakdowns where we're holding on for dear life against teams, the secondary looking like Swiss cheese. But it's like the second half of that Oregon game, or really just it was really the second half of the Illinois game. And they took off the first half of the Oregon game. But it's like they flipped on a switch and they haven't looked back. And this team defensively looks stout. And think about that. They're missing their best player on defense. Also missing their best player on offense, and still held Ohio State to 10 points. 10 points. Imagine being a 3-touchdown underdog on the road, missing your two best players and holding the number 2 team in the country to 10 points. And they were lucky to get the 10 points. So, just a flat-out stellar performance. And just putting it out there really should have been the first point that I made. But seriously, for any Ohio State fan that's watching this video or watched the game or has been critical of Michigan football for the last 3 seasons, I want to know, what is the excuse this time? First time, it was the weather. or the flu. Second time, oh, it was just 3 or 4 plays that, that Michigan made. Third time, the reason why they won the last 3 games was because of Connor Stallions and the cheating. That's why they won. Well, what was the reason that we won this time? Was it Connor Stallions? Because I don't think he had anything to do with it. Was it the cheating? What was it? I want to know from the Ohio State fans right now. You can leave me a comment in the comment section below if you're still watching. What is the reasoning that Michigan beat you guys this time? This is by far the worst Michigan team that has been put on the field definitely since 2020. We're 6-5. We're a team struggling. We just barely made a bowl game this year. You had our 2 best players not playing. You have this, top-notch, high NIL, $20 million team, the team of destiny. This team is stacked from all the transfers that came in, from the seniors that came back, all the 5 stars, all the reasoning in the world that they should have just wiped the floor with us. What is the reason why you guys didn't win? I'd just like to know. Please let me know how you guys could not beat us. I mean, at this point, it's got to be upstairs. It's got to be psychological. I mean, what is it? I mean, I know, and part of the problem is, let's face it, Ohio State fans, your coach, man. Your team is a reflection of your coach. Your team follows the lead of your coach. He's the one that sets the game plan. He's the one that dictates how you guys are going to play. He's the one that game plans for everything. He's the guy that has the strategy for everything. And it all starts with him. And until you guys win at the line of scrimmage, you guys are not going to win this. You're not going to win this game. It's 4 straight games that you guys got beat in the trenches. We outrushed you guys yet again. Imagine a team that can't even pass the football still managed to outrush you guys yet again. Man, it's just wild to me. You guys know we're running the football, and yet still we're able to outrush you guys. At the end of the day, all your 5-star receivers and your Jeremiah Smith and his fancy catches, and the guy's a stud. I mean, it's no different to me than Marvin Harrison Jr. At the end of the day, all your skilled players, your wide receivers, ain't worth a hill of beans. What good were they, and how effective are they when you guys can only barely put up 10 points? So, no matter what, despite how poorly that we played for this whole entire season, man, this is almost like winning a natty. And I know that sounds crazy, but as poorly as we played, the amount of disappointment from losing close games, losing games that we should have won, man, it is winning this game. It's just it's just a wonderful feeling. Imagine knowing that you went in and you wrecked the goals of Ohio State. Now, if you look at what their goals were for the season, their goals were beat Michigan, that's gone. Win a Big Ten championship, that's now gone. They can't do that. So all they got left hanging for them is winning a national championship. So that's not out the window yet, because they still have an opportunity to, they're going to make the playoffs still. But they're not going to be a top seed. They may have lost their opportunity to host a football game now. They might have to go on the road and beat somebody. So, you know, just the mere fact that Michigan has totally wrecked their season, man, there's just a great feeling. Just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. I can't believe it happened. But, you know, going into the game, I said that, you know, the pressure was on them. Michigan was playing with house money. They got to their bowl game. That was the goal at this point in the season. So they just had to let it go, just let it all fly. And Ohio State was the team with the pressure, and you saw with the interceptions, with their field goal kicker missing basically chip shots. They were the team that felt the pressure. And, you know, regardless of the records, regardless of how each team was playing, you know, going into the game, when you're playing a rival, all that stuff is out the window. And Michigan, they showed something today. They really showed something. I'm impressed with how they played. And, you know, for recruits that are out there that may have watched this game wondering about Michigan and their culture, this is the difference between Michigan and Ohio State. Michigan, the chips are down. They fought all the way to the end. You know, they didn't give up. They didn't just decide, oh, we're just going to, you know, the season is over. We made a bowl game. We're going to get cooked by Ohio State anyways, so let's go through the motions. No, they went out there and they took it to Ohio State. Obviously, not a blowout win, but given, you know, how challenged we were on the offensive end for this whole entire season, to me, this is almost like a blowout. You're supposed to lose by 21 points. So, just really, really impressive. And just shows the heart of this team versus the heart of Ohio State. Just still proving that they're just a soft team. You know, Crying Ryan just doing what he does best, folding under pressure, and just being conservative, playing scared, playing not to lose instead of trying to win. And, you know, I can't wait to go read the Ohio State subreddit and just see all the Fire Ryan Day posts, because I know it's going to be full of that. But I'm interested to see what they say about, you know, what's the reason why they lost this game. Is it because we cheated this time? Please let me know. So, like I said, this game was won by the defense. The defense played out of their minds. The secondary played their best game of the season. You know, all these wide receivers that are supposed to go to the NFL, and they got clamped. Let's face it. They got clamped by guys that, you know, played well, but not exactly what you would call our regular starters. Our best player, Will Johnson, didn't even suit up, and still, they could barely do anything on offense. So I'm going to celebrate. I wish I had gone to the store and bought something to drink, but it is what it is. I'll find some other way to celebrate. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like on the video. Leave me a Go Blue in the comment section below, and let me know how you felt about the game. And if you enjoy the content, definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, Go Blue.